Impending winter storms are going to hit southeastern Wisconsin. People are in mass hysteria. Schools are closed. Businesses are closing in preparation for the impending doom that is coming. And then there's some other dude across the country, not worried about anything. Everything is going well in his life. No stress whatsoever. And his name is Rob.
I just turned off my heat, man. It was on. It was
Are you
chilly today.
What was it? What was the temperature?
I mean, it was reading 68 in my apartment, so I wanted it to get up to 72.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm totally joking. I didn't turn the heat on. My roommate did, and I turned it off. I have a real problem with it, but it was chilly today. It was probably in the low 60s. Cue it.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
All right, here we are. First episode of 2024. We're in it, I think. No, is that right? Yeah, that's right, because we did a New Year's Eve show. Here we are, ready to do things, to work business. But first things first, the beers. Rob, I got some news for you.
No beer.
No beer for this month. There was only one day that I told myself I'm doing dry January. I'm doing it. And there's one day I said I'm going to drink one day, and that was yesterday, January 7th, because the 1 year, I guess you could call it anniversary, the 1 year mark in which my dad passed away. And then the Packers were playing a very important game against the Chicago Bears. So I had some old fashions in honor of my dad, and then I drank those during the Packer game, as he would have. So I had to do that for him. And then they won, which is good. They're in the playoffs, which is a beautiful thing. They play against the Cowboys. We'll see what goes on. And if they're doing anything like the Bucks, they'll lose miserably, because the Bucks fucking suck, which is they're very frustrating.
Just slow your roll there, man.
They're losing to the Utah Jazz right now.
We lose to the worst teams so that we can beat the best teams.
They let Utah score
It's all about throwing people off their game.
41 points in the first quarter.
All right, that's pretty bad.
At halftime, it is 77-46.
All right, I'm done with this team. You're right. They suck. Let's move on to
Well,
our playoff, our Super Bowl bound Packers.
yeah, but so I drank those yesterday. I'm not drinking for the rest of the month. So in lieu of that, I drank a delicious fruit punch creatine mix in this blender bottle that I shook up because I went to the gym right before this. Normally I go in the mornings, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I went to the gym, and then I said I need some creatine to get swole. So I drank this creatine. I chugged it. I put one heaping scoop of it in to about 20 ounces of water. And I chugged that bad boy. And now it's in me. What about you?
I am drinking. I'm not doing the dry January thing. I'm just trying to be responsible and not drink every day.
That's great.
And instead of oh, I'm not gonna drink all January, and then I'm gonna fucking get fucked up in February.
I'm not going to get fucked up in February, but
I wasn't talking about you. I don't know why you would think that. I don't know why just because I was pointing at you and staring you dead in the face while I said it doesn't mean I was talking about you necessarily.
fair enough.
But no, so I'm drinking from Smog City Brewing Company. Just says it's called IPA.
Just Smog
They
City
really,
IPA.
they got in early and took the name of all names for an IPA. So it's 7.2% on the alcohol. I don't have anything on the IBUs here, and I should have
Says
turned the
0.
light back on. Yeah. So Smog City IPA pulls you in with bold hop aroma and out of this world flavors of orange, tropical fruit, and floral honey, featuring the perfect blend of Citra, Simcoe, and Centennial hops. This IPA screams quintessential West Coast IPA, balanced by a touch of caramel malt for that Smog City drinkability our customers know and love. It's impossible to resist this full-blown hop lover's paradise. It says on the can. Also, 1% for the planet, 99% against the planet.
Great.
It doesn't say 99% against the planet, but that's what you have to. If you do the math, when it says 1% for the planet,
Right. The counterpart is that.
So let me. They're helping put on an event down at Tony's tomorrow where proceeds go to helping save the environment. So
Hell yeah.
here's to you, Smog City.
That's pretty cool. So today, before this, it's been a long day. I normally get up at 4:30 in the morning on Mondays.
Ooh, that's good.
It's
It's
good.
a smooth IPA. That's got a very balanced flavor. It's a little malty, but the malt hop ratio, in terms of the flavor, it's not like overly bitter. It's really smooth. This is really good.
It looks good. I wish I had
Smog
one.
City is good. I like Smog City.
I wish I had one.
When I come back, I'll bring a little basket filled with the best breweries stuff. You know, there does not exist. Russian River, Smog City.
Sounds good. I think I can get Smog City here. I have to look. But
Aren't you special?
I could be wrong. But this morning I didn't get up because I drank those old fashions, and I noticed if I have over like 2 or 3 drinks, I don't sleep well. I just don't. And I don't even have to be drunk, but that mixture of the amount of alcohol, whatever, makes me not sleep. I can fall asleep, but I can't stay asleep. So I forget what I was going to say. Oh, okay. So I didn't get up at 4:30 this morning to go to the gym. Okay. And I felt guilty about it all day. I was like, damn it. I'm cheating myself, Rob. I'm not doing what I've sought out to do. Yesterday I went to the gym. I did legs, and then I ran a 5K after I did leg workouts, and I felt great. I felt motivated. I said, you know what? This is the year that I'm gonna fucking do it, man. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna start taking better care of myself, like health wise. I gotta learn more about nutrition, learn about all this stuff, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to be comfortable with myself this year. I'm gonna do my best to do that. And then I don't get up. I was up at 4:07. I woke up and I said, I'm not getting up at 4:30.
So by all means, I'd say just screw it. Goals be damned. You failed.
I did, but
it's not like you have all year to get back on track.
And you're right. But I kicked myself all day about it. I was like, shoot, I really should have gone. I regret not going. And then the time came. I dropped Ashton off at basketball, and I said, I'm going to the Y, babe. I threw my gear on. I went to the Y to go work out. And I really should have gone this morning because it was swarming. The place is swarming. There's an incoming winter storm coming tonight. School's already canceled tomorrow. I don't have to work. So everyone just flocked to the YMCA.
What is wrong with that place? I don't recall them ever closing a school before the snow started to fall.
Yeah, times are changing. But I went to the Y.
It's all these electric cars. They don't work well in the snow.
And there's a lot of students that I see every day there, and I was like, ugh, this is awful.
Oh, at the gym? At the gym?
Yeah. And at the gym. I didn't want to. I see them at school, and that's where I see them.
What are you at? 20 hour fitness?
No, that Y, the YMCA.
Oh, the Y. It's a pretty good place over there. You don't use the pool though, do you?
I have, but not today. No.
Oh, you should.
No, I just lift.
This segment is called "How Many Times Can I Derail Drew's Story?" All right, continue. Let's see what happens.
Lifting weights, and then, man, it was really busy. All the machines were taken, so I just kind of like look around like an idiot. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to. Oh, this person's doing this. Oh, this person's doing that. I would use those right now if somebody wasn't there. And then there are all these little kids, and they're like They think they're so hot shit. They're throwing their water bottles on the ground and they're like, "Ah!" And I said, this is fucking awful. I hate it. I need to be with the people of the YMCA at 5 a.m., the ones that are, pushing middle age and or senior citizens. That's my crew. That's where I belong. And I've never been more motivated to, when my alarm goes off, I don't care how tired I am. I'm going to the Y.
That's why failure is actually, it's a learning curve. You had to fail this morning so that you could go in later and see what that looks like and what it means for you, so that tomorrow you'll be more motivated to get up early. You'll get up at 3:30.
Well, I'm not going tomorrow because the storm.
Oh yeah, excuses.
So,
okay, cool.
Eat shit.
I will say, I remember when I was a kid, I used to, when my cousin was training for the boot camp, we would go swim at the aquatic center.
Mm-hmm.
And she would go at 6:30 in the morning or whatever. And I was like 12 or 13, but I'm sure I talked about this, but I remember when we lived in North Font a place as a child, my older brother he would coach me on how to swim because I was going to be an Olympic swimmer. That was a dream I had as a kid.
Nice.
And yeah, so like I'm like 6 or 8, and Mike is like 10 or 8, depending upon where this was in the timeline. And he's coaching me how to do the butterfly stroke, whatever. We didn't even know what they were called, but he was a great coach. Not gonna lie, I like to swim. That's the point of that. But when I went there to swim with these people that you're talking about, the early birds, the lap swimmers, and I'm like 15 at this point. The person behind the counter was like, they didn't want to let me swim. They were like, this is not playtime, child. little person. And I was like, that's not fair. I'm here to swim in a straight line back and forth.
Yeah.
Like an adult.
Right.
And I stomped my foot, and they were like, see that foot stomp? That makes me a little bit.
As well.
But yeah, no, I've always gotten I get more along with the 5 o'clockers, the 6 o'clockers, the steady as you goers, the I don't want to share. I'm gonna go so early, nobody's gonna be in my fucking spacers.
Right.
I've always enjoyed that mentality.
Yeah, it was brutal, and they're just all these young kids, and I was like, and they're all just so annoying, all of them, every single one of them. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
I don't know. Are they getting more annoying, or are we just getting older? And that's it's a little bit of both, maybe.
It could be both. So that's my motivation for 2024. I want to feel the best I've ever felt. Damn it.
I went to the gym or the climbing gym before they opened Sunday.
Yeah.
It was actually really quite cool because you get to traverse the entire, like, instead of being stuck on one run because there's other people around using the stuff around you, you can like go, I'm going to start here and I'm going to work my way all the way around the room and go as far as I can left to right, as opposed to going up and down. You can use the entire wall. You can do whatever you want. It's a different challenge. It's and it was that was actually a pretty fun experience to get there to go there when nobody was there, not have to share anything, not have to worry about anything, and just climb. That was good. My arms, man, my sides, like when traversing is a little bit different because you have to like reach it's like you stretch out a little bit differently when you're traversing.
Mm-hmm. But that's my story. So I've been drinking creatine every day for a while now. I've been drinking multiple scoops of protein every day for a while now, and I'm feeling stronger, but I still look fucking gross in the mirror. So
what happens if you get through January not drinking any beer,
and
you've shaved like 8 pounds?
That's the thing, Rob. I haven't stepped on a scale in weeks.
Well, that's good to hear. I like that. I actually I got on a scale the other day though.
Yeah, were you happy with the number?
Yeah, because I want the number to go up. I finally broke 160, but I had probably a
Oh,
pound worth of keys on me, 2 phones,
oh,
my work
160.
shoes, and a
That's
sweatshirt and pants.
I take poops the size of you.
So I probably would have been back down to my 155 had I taken all that. If I weighed myself as God intended
Naked?
with a leaf, just with a
With
leaf.
the leaf, yeah.
uh, but here's some big New Year's news, sort of. Though I found my kryptonite today. So 3 days, 2 cigarettes.
Nice.
And I found my kryptonite today because and the second cigarette that I smoked today, um,
The second one
I only
today,
took
or the second cigarette in those 2 days?
both. I
Oh.
I me- I smoked 2 cigarettes today,
So you said
and but I've had
so you've had 4 cigarettes in the last 2 days.
why?
I thought you didn't you say at the beginning you said I've smoked 2 cigarettes in 2 days. No, you smoked two
Two,
cigarettes
two, two,
today.
two cigarettes in 3 days. I had them both today.
So you smoked 2 cigarettes today.
Today, yes,
So
but
you
I
were
had no cigarettes yesterday or the day before.
okay.
Did I say I'm
It's just
confused as
it's
to what
just it's a weird it's like I haven't killed anyone in the last 3 days. Oh, but I killed somebody today.
No, that'd be like saying I only killed 2 people in the last 3 days,
But there was
and then
today.
you go, I killed 2 people today, and then and then the person goes, well, doesn't that mean you killed more than 2 people? Not in the last 3 days,
Okay.
because I went over for 2 days before that.
Fair
It's
enough.
like when people go, I've won 4 of the last 5 games. So you didn't win 4 in a row. We know that because you would have just said I won 4 in a row. 4 of the last 5 means you got to throw in some weird.
All right, fair
I'm
enough.
trying to make it sound better, but my kryptonite apparently is being on the phone and talking. So the first cigarette that I had this morning, was I was talking to Dree. We were talking about story and writing. I was outside having coffee. It was chilly, because it was early. It was like 8 o'clock. My roommate was sleeping, so I couldn't be up in the apartment. So I was just pacing back and forth outside. And I've been sitting on a like 7 or 8 cigarettes that I don't know why I'm not throwing them out. I've had them. I kind of like the idea of like they're there and I'm not smoking them. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I'm actually accomplishing something as opposed to going, I don't have cigarettes. I don't have cigarettes. That's why I'm not smoking. I
Hmm.
have them. I'm just not smoking them. That's a better, mentality, I think.
So you're like a cigarette
But
collector?
yes, yeah, I just collect discarded packs of cigarettes as long as there's one beaten one in there. But
Mm-hmm.
so either way, talking on the phone this morning, I was like, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and have with my coffee. I'm gonna let myself have this one because I'm on the phone. It's with an old friend. We tend to make each other smoke a little bit. Like he'll be off the cigarettes, but then when he hangs out with me or my older brother will go, I know I'm gonna smoke when I'm hanging out with you guys. It's just how it is. So I gave myself that one. Then I was talking to my parents and Ryan earlier today. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to swap over. My parents were having a cigarette. I swapped over to my phone. I went outside, lit up the cigarette. No coffee this time. I was just talking, and I took 2 drags of it, and I was like, this is fucking disgusting. Put it
Mm-hmm.
out. Put it out.
Proud of you.
Yeah. So
So your close friends and family members make you want to smoke cigarettes.
the people I moved away from make me want to smoke. Yeah.
Huh.
In fact, I think I gotta. Can we pause? I gotta step outside. This beer is really good. That caramel comes right through a lot, actually. I didn't realize that. I wonder if they put that in every beer over there. They
Maybe.
must.
Another thing that I am happy to announce in the year 2024, I am what medical professionals refer to as sterile. I got the procedure done. We talked about it. Multiple needles in my scrot. They cut the tubes out of my things. Did some tugging, sewed me back up, and at least 30 ejaculations later. I met the time frame. I don't know what the final count was because I lost track. And then I put the sample in the cup, right? Got to take the sample into the hospital. You have to go into just like the laboratory clinic thing. You give them the bag. On the bag, you have to write the date of the collection and the time of the collection on the bag. And I go, hey, got to get this analyzed or whatever. And they're like, okay. And they're like, wait a minute. And while this is happening, 5 people happen to be behind me, right? So I'm just walking around with this bag with a cup of my ejaculate in there. They go, you got to write the time and date on this cup too. And I had to, in front of a small crowd, remove the cup, put it on the counter. It's pretty clear what it is. It's a clear cup as well. And I had to write the time and date of collection, put it back in the bag, give it to the person and say,
I hope
thanks.
you took the opportunity, because that's something that not many people have the opportunity to go, all right, take the cup out of the bag and go to the lady. What's the date today? All right, it's the 4th. It's 10:15 right now, so that was at about 10:10.
That would have been a good opportunity. I did not seize
Also,
that
do you have
moment.
hand sanitizer? Because they were out in the bathroom.
I missed the opportunity, and then it was like the quickest test results I've ever gotten ever. You know, when COVID-19 is first coming, the first time I ever got tested for COVID, I had to wait 4 days to get my results. This one, they called me like 30 minutes later. They're like, yeah, you're sterile. It worked. You're officially, according to the Lord, you're useless.
Yeah, semen free since 23.
Yes, it wasn't the new year yet, so I like that. We should put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
So I am now that I'm free of procreating. I am essentially like the Trojan man. I will never get another person pregnant. Yep.
All right.
It's the
There
little
we go.
It's the little things.
But yeah, there's enough. You've brought enough into this world.
Talking about my penis when I say the little things.
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, I think we all put that together. My roommate wrote a script today. Speaking of sexual, as long as we're going down the road of deviancy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Christian, a good-hearted Christian soldier, you're probably not happy about our conversation about you getting nut tucks and no semen. But my roommate sent me a little script he wrote, and it was like him and his friends. They get home from work. They want to come in to the apartment, but as they're smoking out on the corner, their weed. I come in with a lady, and they have to wait me out because by the time they get to the door, they hear some
ruckus.
Some intense activity. This is his script.
Mm-hmm.
Some intense activity. Apparently, I move fast. That's what Al thinks.
Good.
I move fast to get there, but then they go, well, what? How long is this going to take him? Should we wait? He goes, I don't know how long. He's got me down for over an hour.
Damn.
I was like, all right, let's make this shit. We gotta film this. Let's get it to the printers.
Is this just a scene in a grand?
It's just he just wrote a little scene out, and it's actually pretty funny. But I think it might be funnier to me just because it's like, maybe I don't know. Maybe he has more faith in me. I don't know. I don't have faith in myself that way. I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna lead with an hour. That's for sure.
After like 20 minutes, is it fun?
No, it's like the gym.
It's just this is just a chore now. Like what is the ultimate end game here? I'm not really sure.
I feel like if you're going based on the book The Naked Ape, it's like if you can Like it takes the female naked ape twice as long to orgasm as it does for the male naked ape. So
It's only
um,
4 minutes.
so you're looking at, I think it's like 9 minutes to 18 minutes. So like you said, anything over 20, I mean,
You're just going for show.
yeah, you're just pumping an empty water gun.
Yeah.
It's just not fun. It's just a lot of pressure. You
Yeah.
got to release at some point. Worst metaphor ever.
I think it was good.
Let's move. But either way, it was just I was laughing hysterically at that one. It was like he just like hard cuts too. It's been over an hour. It made me laugh. It made me laugh.
That's good. I'm glad that it
Um,
made you chuckle. How's your
I
script coming along?
does my hesitation speak as loud as it should?
Yes.
I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck on it. But that's okay. Reading his script makes me realize that I just need to write it out. I just need to get it out. It's like
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not gonna lie. He gave it to me so I could tell him. I mean, it's just like one scene, right? Um, it's a multiple scenes, but it's one knitted together scene. And it's like there's issues with it, and I'll point like he gave it to me so I can point those issues out and see what I have to say about it. And it's like to me, I read that and I was like, I should just put down what I have, like just get it out because it's so much easier when it's on paper to go back and go, all right, this needs to get this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. As opposed to I just go over it in my head or I write like I'll write a page and then I'll go back and delete half of it and I battle a lot that way. But so it's not the script that I'm having a hard time with. It's my own mentality about writing that I'm trying to change.
Gotcha. Quick update. Milwaukee Bucks are now have 82 points and the Jazz have only 95.
Yeah,
So possible comeback there.
yeah, that happens
Not
with
to
the Bucks.
not to backtrack to where we were in the beginning, but yesterday also marked, I think, the third time that I cried over a football game this year. Isn't that
Was
weird?
it out of happiness,
I don't know. The first
or
time,
was it out of?
the first
was
time,
it just a release?
first time it was their opening game against the Chicago, and two of the games were against the Chicago Bears. First one, September 10th was when that's my dad's birthday. Cried after.
I realize now that me asking that question was actually incredibly insensitive.
It's okay.
I forget about because like the anniversary of one's passing. That's something I've never really remembered. But I've never had a parent pass, so
Right.
I apologize for that.
No, it's fine. So I cried on that one. On New Year's Day, they won against Minnesota. And that was the last time I saw my dad alive. Cried after that game. Then I cried last night too. And yesterday my goal was like, I'm not going to make this. I don't want this day to be me just like stewing on something that I cannot change. You know what I mean? Like obviously I still have a lot of grief in me, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think it'll ever leave. I hope it doesn't. But at the same time, I didn't want to make it. I just didn't want to make it about all that. I wanted to try to make it like as if it were any other day.
Yeah,
And then I did okay on it for the most part. I did, I went to the radio station, cut my shows, did my newscast. I went and worked out. I did the stuff that I normally would do. But then once that game was over and I saw Jordan Love take that knee, the tears started rolling.
I mean, as a Packer fan, as insensitive as this may be, am I allowed to say? I mean, if we can get 3 wins a year out of the fact that, I mean, that's pretty
good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So no, it was cool. It was cool.
I feel really terrible about saying that?
I had
3 wins is not worth 3 wins a year is not worth it. Like if somebody gave me the option, like you can lose somebody, but you'll get 3 wins a year for the Packers.
Well, would they be the same? Would they be
I'd be
the
like,
same?
would they be worse? Would it be against the Bears and the Vikings? Can we get the Lions involved? We're gonna beat the Bears no matter what. So,
Right. Well, and then it's like you have to say, well, is it the same 3 that they're gonna win for Drew? Because if so,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Because if I give up the same, if I sacrifice the same way to, and we get 6
that's pretty
wins,
good.
I mean, then we're looking at
we're looking at some contenders.
yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Can one of them be the Super Bowl? Is that possible?
Yeah. I had a pretty bad thought today. Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers slipped on the court today. Had to get carried off by the team off the court and into the locker room. Pretty bad injury. And my thought was, if it's gonna happen, why couldn't it have happened when they were playing Milwaukee?
That is pretty bad.
That's a bad thought, you think? If it's gonna happen, I can't. I don't want it to happen.
I understand it. You're not saying I want this to happen. I get that.
But if it's gonna, come on,
Yeah. Well. Yeah, you're all right. I think you're okay with that. I'm gonna give you a pass.
He'd probably be okay with it too. He's from Oshkosh. You can't tell me he wasn't a Bucks fan.
Yeah, I ran into it. No, I paid with my Bucks card when I went to the Wish House today.
Yeah.
Got an affogato before the show so that I could. It's a scoop of vanilla ice cream with a shot of espresso over the top of it.
And what
Go ahead, bring on the jokes.
And what did you call it? An affogato?
Affogato.
What the fuck is, dude? It's just ice cream.
Delicious.
It's ice cream with espresso. You can't just say
That's
that.
a lot of words. Affogato.
It's like just as many
One word.
syllables almost.
No, and also I sound a lot cooler when I go, got myself an affogato. I hope nobody asks what it is. I hope that they think that it's a caramel French, small cup, little, where I got the pinky out, and you have to sip it because it's so hot it'll burn your tongue a little bit. But it's the opposite. It's cooled down by the vanilla ice cream.
You got bougie ice cream is what you did. What happened? What happened?
At a coffee shop that was playing a movie from 1947.
Of course, because that's what
with a theater in the front. It's my kind of place. I don't know if the movie was from 1947. It was black and white though.
You're just another one of them, man. You're out there in commie country. You're getting all woke. You're having your avocados. You're wearing your ascots. You're doing all of these things. And you know what? The heart of America just eats ice cream, normal style. They say, give me that fucking scoop. Put it in a goddamn waffle cone. Give me a red scoop, a blue scoop, and a white scoop. America! And then there's you just pissing away. That's what's wrong with this country,
You know what I put in a waffle cone now?
What?
Turkey, bacon, and avocado. It's really good.
In a waffle cone?
A waffle rolled around it.
Really?
It makes a cone, yeah.
Turkey, bacon, and avocados in it in the waffle.
Yeah.
And it's like
delicious.
Is that considered a type of like taco, sandwich, wrap?
I mean, that's a debate for another time. That to me, I don't call it a sandwich. I call it what it is. I call it ingredients in a waffle.
Ingredients in a waffle.
I'm a realist over here.
What is what's happened to you?
But yeah, well, I'm in the city. I gotta change my ways. I can't be so small town and oh, sorry, sir, sorry that you bumped into me, sir. I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you for spitting on my shoe. I appreciate that, sir. Is there anything? Do you want $1? Here's $1. Thank you. Oh, how you doing? Don't you know? No, that's not me anymore. Now I'm like, fucking affogato, bitch. Waffles with turkey. I don't care.
Waffles.
Facial hair.
Yeah. Well, I noticed your goatee isn't as
Trimmed.
beautifully sculpted as normal.
It's because I don't have a New Year's Eve party to get to. This is the real Rob right here.
The real Rob.
Yeah. God damn it! Why do I say things? Why do I say things with my name?
I trimmed yesterday. Does it look good?
You do look good. You look good. All right, I'm gonna try something. Can you close your eyes for a moment?
Yeah. Am
All
I
right,
gonna like
just give me
when I open
give me
it?
a
Is
second.
like your butthole gonna just be staring at
It's
me?
not gonna be that. It's not gonna be that. We're just gonna
I'll be
see.
walking
I just
into
don't know if you can see on
brand new
your
world.
side what's happening.
No,
So
I can't. Are you sending me something? Because I can feel the vibrations.
no, I think you actually might be able to open them because I don't see anything on my side. Can you see what's happening?
No,
All right, good.
I
Then
see
we'll just
you.
leave it.
I got.
Oh, what is happening?
Holy shit!
What is happening?
Hey, you guys.
What's up, Ryan?
Oh, I'm playing some VR poker.
VR
Wait.
poker. You can't
Waiting
just
for paint to dry.
VR poker. You bought a VR set so you could play poker instead of just like.
It's super fun. I have
sure
it too.
is.
No, I got the VR set to play with Dad and Trevor initially,
Hmm.
and then I found the poker, and it's like sitting at a table. If only I could play for real money.
They're gonna make that happen. So let's introduce. So Ryan, my younger brother, Drew's best friend, is now on the show.
Yeah,
Do you have a beer?
Terry's gonna be mad.
He was in. He was there when I asked Ryan if he wanted to be on.
Yes, I have a beer? Oh my god!
One question I have to ask you about the VR, and you don't have to answer if your wife's around. The pornography. Have you given it a shot?
I mean, I've definitely seen it's crazy as shit. But it's a little weird.
Is that something that everybody asks me that when I tell them I have the MetaQuest? Oh, what's up with the porn? And it's like, I don't know, the anxiety that I would have watching porn on that thing. That's because you're transported into a different world, which means you're setting yourself up to become Jason Biggs in the opening of American Pie, where you don't know when somebody's gonna walk into the room and you're in the middle of vulgar, things that piss off half our country.
That's why you lock the door.
Yeah. What,
Oh my God, how did I not think? I gotta go. I got things to do.
but oh yeah. I mean, everyone asks at some point. It's like, oh, I got a VR headset. They're like, did you check out the porn yet? I'm like, no, but everyone asked me that. I guess I probably should take a peek.
Is it worth it?
You know, like, a little creepy, man. It's a little creepy.
You gotta
So
feel
much-
like you're like in the corner of the room, kind of like you're just the dude in the.
I think you look for the POV shots. That's
Well, like I said, I didn't really like deep dive into it, but I just recall a lot of eye contact. I pretty much
Oh yeah, holy shit, that does sound creepy actually.
because you're like looking around, you're like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry, I can swear. I'm like, I'm on
Wait a
a
minute, is there actual 3D porn on these things?
It's VR. They make it for
It's- like
Like you could look at the you could watch what's on the TV in the background as opposed to watching what's happening.
yeah.
Yep.
That's very interesting. Okay.
Well, you have a VR headset, so if it's don't go too crazy, man. It's wild, wild shit.
That's the real question.
I
What's
honestly
on in the
I don't see
background?
myself going down that road, but hey, who knows?
It's like
Man gets lonely. He wants to see what's on in the TV in the background of the
I'm like-
porn set.
married. I haven't hit like the deeply married, like no sex phase.
Wait, you are in
You know,
that?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you've got things going on that will how's your toilet thing going?
Yeah.
Is it dry yet?
I'm still waiting for it to dry.
Your toilet? You need your toilet to dry?
No, he's waterproofing the bathroom floor, but underneath the toilet.
I've never watched Dudes with Brews. I've listened to it a lot, but
This is what it is. You get to see it now.
crazy. People
Yeah.
are watching me pace around my house.
No one's
Oh
watching.
no, we don't upload this. This is just for us.
All right, cool. Well,
Yeah,
good to
you're in the behind the scenes.
Have
so.
you released the news yet, or is that?
I have not exactly.
No exclusive take.
We can exclusive take this. My wife's pregnant. Woo!
Woo woo!
Talk
Gonna
about
be
it.
an uncle again.
Do you know what you're having?
No, we
A
won't.
Jewish baby.
Oh
It
yeah,
will be a baby.
that's right.
Am I allowed to say that? To me, I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna learn about the culture. I'm gonna try and be a good uncle.
You can say that. Yeah, that's fact. That's just what it is.
Are you
Yeah.
are you gonna
I'm a
is he gonna
realist
have
now.
a bar mitzvah?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I just know, like, you can only be like, watch me get this wrong. So I'm sorry, anyone is like someone Jewish.
We have a
person.
big Jewish audience, so be careful.
Yeah, we
But
almost
my
called it Jews with Brews.
Yeah, we were gonna change it when we saw the numbers come back in. Yeah.
I know that your mother needs to be Jewish for it to be.
Yes.
So, Nat's Jewish. All of our kids will be.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about being Jewish, it's like one of the only things where it's a religious belief, but it's also like an ethnicity as well. Isn't that interesting?
It's a fascinating, I just think of it as a religion, but then I also know exactly what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all I know is all the people I've ever met have been just amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I like what they teach overall.
Yeah. Well, it'll show up on like a DNA. If you take a 23andMe, it'll if your kid takes it, it'll say, whatever, Irish, German, and then Jewish.
Crazy. I don't give my DNA to that stuff. Some bank of.
Yeah, but Dad already did, so they got it. They got you, man.
Motherfuckers.
I don't even know what it came back for him. I just know it was Mongolian, because we all got Mongolian. Genghis Khan was busy. Yeah, he did not discriminate.
1 in 10 or something.
Yeah, it's insane.
My dogs are going crazy.
I did not give Drew a heads up about you jumping on the show. Also, just so I don't know if he's okay with it. I think he's okay with
fine.
it.
I didn't necessarily know if you were going to give me a call or not, but when I saw it, I was on the phone with Trevor, and I'm like, Trev, I gotta go. Robert and Drew are calling me, and he's like, that's great. I was like, I know, but I gotta go.
Now he's gonna be jealous, so we got to get.
Well, we can do a bachelor party pod.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You want me to talk about the bachelor party?
I'm just saying,
no, when we
there.
all get together. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
See, but this is the thing. So me and Ryan and my dad were talking earlier, and now I misunderstood the wording of this, but my dad was like, "You got to get each one of us on there. You got to get us all on there." That's what he said. You got to get us all on there. And I was instantly like, that will not work. That will be chaos. That will be imagine having 6 people on the podcast and never having one person speak at a time. That's what would happen. So it's got to be, one at a time. Love the one-sided smile, Ryan. You're really killing it. You look good these days.
Oh, Trevor, the fuck? That's declined. Then he tries calling me back.
He's like, those guys are only good for 5 minutes. He'll be done by now.
You guys, I do have a slight issue. I don't have any beer because I drank it all yesterday.
No, that's okay.
That's okay. So you live in Hawaii. Since you're on the show,
yeah, we should establish some things. Yeah, this is Ryan lives in Hawaii.
Fucking dogs.
Oh yes.
So you live in Hawaii. Try to replay in your mind your thought process when you received that text message saying that there is a nuclear missile coming right for you.
That I just went over this with my dad.
Yeah, I think he said, I hope Jim Carrey's here.
Nah,
He was
right.
there.
That's what we talked about this earlier with my dad. That's why I said that. So if that Ryan, continue. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Love a callback.
I work at a golf course. I was on the driving range, and everyone's phone, including mine, all started ringing, and I thought it was an Amber Alert because the first thing I thought of was like, who would try to snag a kid on an island? Like, what are you gonna do? It's like you're getting on a flight. And then this girl ran across the range and was like, "There's a missile coming." She kind of she reacted pretty aggressively, and then I looked at my phone, and then I briskly walked to this. Yeah, I definitely didn't sprint, but I didn't like just stroll there to the clubhouse, which is a giant, like, it has a giant concrete basement essentially.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And then I called my mom, and I was like, "Mom, I don't know if this is real. I don't have a whole lot of info, but I got a text saying there's a missile inbound and it's not a test." At the time in the world, North Korea was like doing their nuclear tested, and
Did you cry?
No, but I do remember pissing Mom off because I was like, "Hey, I'm in the safest place I can be. Like, I'm in a concrete bunker, and it's like North Korea. They're probably not aiming at the Big Island. They'll probably miss. I'm more likely to go out from like the fallout."
A lot of people survived Hiroshima. That's what I heard. I think you'll like. That's what I would have said if I was. I was like, don't worry about it.
I think I said like.
But Drew's eyes tell me I shouldn't have said that. All right.
I'm more likely to get hit by a tidal wave. You know, like.
Did Mom cry?
No, mom's mom. She just kind of like panicked a little bit. And then I was like, I don't know what's going to happen, but just if anything does, I love you. Tell everyone I love them. Robert, your comment on like, I didn't get a call. I'm like,
I thought about that while it was happening. I would have cried. Not gonna lie. If I just so you know, I just want you to know, I would have said my goodbye. I would have cried, and I would have said, "This is fucking bullshit." I've never had this conversation with you about like what happened between you and Mom. I would have expected one of you to go like, "I'm gonna fucking die in 10 minutes. I'm sorry I came to Hawaii. Or I'm sorry I pushed you to Hawaii." Well, I don't know what the emotional context of that conversation would be, but I would imagine somebody would go like, we're both about to lose, like I'm about to lose everything, and the other person going, I'm about to lose one of my sons. It's very emotional. I just can't imagine it just being like, there might be a missile, it might wipe out the islands, but you know what? Tidal waves are that's a more plausible explanation, and even those are pretty rare. So I mean, it's North Korea. Come on.
I do recall like the sensation, but hopefully I carry this to now, but I don't know if it was as much as back then, where I'm just like, I've gotten to do a lot of cool stuff. Like, look at where I am. The beauty of Hawaii. This was like a handful of months into moving here. So I was like, it's beautiful here. Like, I was like, hey, there are worse ways that this could go down. And then we found out that it was like some dude leaned his elbow on a button or something.
Yeah.
It was like fucking crazy. Like, that guy definitely got fired.
Yeah, you think like so. How many people do you think walked up to who were at work, like got that message and then like walked up to their boss and was like, "Fuck you. You are a piece of shit. I hate working here and I hate working for you. I'm going home to eat leftovers."
Right. And like, why would you be able to just press a button and have that happen? But
There should be multiple buttons in that sequence, right?
Are you sure you want to send this text?
Yeah,
Just to like to reset your computer, you need Control Alt and Delete. Like, but to send the notice about a nuclear weapon coming towards Hawaii, apparently it's just like the G button.
So
I also remember the rest of that day was great.
best day of your life. Probably.
I never even thought about the aftermath, where it's just like, oh, I'm walking on sunshine. I'm fucking George Harrison on cloud 9 over here.
Did you just go, all right, well, I guess we're going to golf now, huh?
I caddied that day.
Yeah, went back to work.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like maybe if it was me, I would have just been like going to a bunker. I probably wouldn't have even thought that was gonna do anything, and I probably would have like, you go to the bunker. I'm gonna use your clubs, and I'm gonna finish up this 9 for you. And just I'm gonna go out slicing into the fucking volcanoes.
I I'm like eyeing people up, like, who's gonna have to eat who if we're here for an hour? Fuck, how much food is there actually here? But no, it was like, it was a wild experience. But Robert, I'm not much of a crier anyways, but I don't recall having any sensation to cry. And Mom definitely didn't cry. She just sounded like panicked Mom.
That's so crazy.
That's very weird to me, because I feel like even thinking about it right now, I could probably make myself cry just by putting myself back in that position of like, Ryan might be gone in 20 minutes. Hawaii, I don't give a fuck. It's wiped off the map. Like, that wouldn't make me cry, but like, one of my, like, we've been extremely lucky in that sense, and like that's I as we were talking about that before, it's like I can feel it in the back of my eyes, right, where it's like that. I really think I probably, if you would have if you would have called me, which you didn't, I would have broke down and been like, dude, I don't know what I would have said, but I know it would have been accompanied by tears and sad emotion.
On a bummer note, just as I'm talking with you, Drew, sorry about the grandma, and the year anniversary, buddy. I hope you're doing okay.
I'm fine. Hanging in there.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I got.
Do you? My second question about Hawaii. Do you live on the same island as Dog?
The bounty hunter?
Yeah.
I should really know this. I feel like.
Yeah, that's super important to know.
Like I feel like Dog, like the show, was based on like a Wahoo or something, but he might actually have a house here. I mean, he's I gotta assume he got rich from those shows. Hopefully he has a house on every island.
Well, yeah, he collected the bounties too.
Right? Fucking
like double dipping.
Shit.
All right, so what we need you to do is commit a crime, skip bail.
Yeah.
And then when he comes to find you, go, do you live on this island? I just needed to. And then.
Dude, what's crazy about all that, at some point, I hope you both come and visit Hawaii. People here are fucking big, man. Like, I don't know what Dog looked like in person, but I hope he was big as fuck, because.
He's 6'6".
That's
3.5 feet wide at the shoulder.
I don't think that's true.
I'm making all of this up. Don't worry. Don't think about it too hard.
But they're just like some really big humans here, where I'm like, can you imagine be like, all right, looking up at this huge fucking guy and be like, I'm going to need you to come with me. He'll be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like for him, that's why that's why he got a show.
Right.
Yeah.
I legitimately might come out there in 2 weekends.
Two weekends.
Not next weekend. Not this coming weekend.
I'll be here.
Dude, it's for me. It's $200. It's a $200 round trip.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
I'll take. There's times where I spend $70 on drinks and food for the night.
Yeah, and your fucking bougie ice cream.
Yeah, and I need my affogato. You know?
Yeah, you have that. You know what that is, Rob or Ryan? You know what affogato is?
Well, just based on what we're talking about, I'm guessing some ice cream, but I did not.
It's vanilla ice cream with a shot of espresso poured on top of it. It's very good.
Well, you could get a scoop of ice cream for like
Jesus Christ. Everybody's jumping all over my shit because
How much did you pay for that?
$8.
Are you fucking for one scoop, dude? With a little espresso on it? $8?
That's with the tip, all right? And the guy that
You
I
had to
tipped
tip
him all
him?
I tipped him a lot because he saw my Bucks card and he was like, "I'm from Milwaukee." And we were talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. He was watching the Jazz game, not too happy about it. And I was like, I gotta tip this guy pretty well.
Shouldn't that have saved you money? He should have been like, "I'm from Milwaukee. Let me hook you up," instead of overcharging.
Fuck, I
you.
shouldn't. Yeah, I guess I should have said you didn't give it to me for free, so no tip, motherfucker. But that's not the Wisconsin way. The Wisconsin way is to be offended and still tip and say thank you. I'm sorry, I have to go now. Do you want to talk about the weather for 30 more minutes? Now I have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would do that too.
You know,
But-
I might be in the city, but I haven't forgotten my roots. I know how to do things.
Well, I hate to do this, but I think my son is up to no good. I gotta check in on that, but we're gonna wrap this episode up. Ryan, I appreciate you hopping on. It was a great surprise. Good to see you.
Thank you for.
Yeah, absolutely. Your connection's almost as bad as Rob's on a just kidding. He cut out a little bit.
No, it's not. There's no connection that can be as bad as mine. The beer was great. Drink it. Smog City is a great brewery. Everything they do is good. They do put on events to try and help the environment. They've got a goal and a message. I just don't know what it is. Look it up.
Yeah. The creatine I drank before was pretty good. Tastes like fruit punch.
Yeah, there you go. Your muscles will not be sore tomorrow.
Hydrate. Make sure you hydrate.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll have more water in a second. But yeah, that's it. Buy our shit on TeePublic and make us millionaires and subscribe.